Hello, welcome to Warrior Strength class. Today we are going to do a special class because we are going to be doing a 45-minute class. I was thinking about today and thought instead of doing just the get pumped section, let's add in a little bit more of that cardio countdown section. I know we had cardio earlier this week, but we're going to do a little bit today. So today's class, we are going to be starting with cardio countdown. We will be warming up, heading into the mobility section, which always feels like an extended warm-up. Then we'll do our sweat and heat. I think it goes heat, then sweat, and then we'll head into get pumped, where you will get out your trackers and we will go through our lower body section first. There's always a little bit of core tucked at the end of each of the get pumped sections. So we'll do our core, do our upper body, with a little bit of core, and then the total body section to finish off with our core, and then a nice cool down at the end. So thank you for coming to class today. It will be about 45 minutes. What you will need today right now to start is just a clear space. Once we get to the mobility section, if you want to take out your mat, that's great. When we get into the heat section, you're going to want a kettlebell or a dumbbell, something maybe moderate to light. I have a 10-pound kettlebell, so you can use a kettlebell or a dumbbell. And if you're not comfortable using a weight during our swings, you can always do it no weight. Then as we transition from cardio countdown into get pumped, I'll have you grab your trackers, get out the rest of your weight. So we get a little bit of transition time and time to breathe before we work on our strength. So right now, just make sure that your space is cleared. You can play your own music. Make sure that you have water and a sweat towel nearby, and then we will get started. So I'm gonna hit the timer, the clock, in about 5 seconds. So you got 5 seconds to kind of spread your stuff out of your space, and then we will warm up, all right? Ready, set. All right, my timer beep's gonna work today. I think so, okay. Let's go ahead and start with just a march in place, right in the center of your space here. You can start pumping those arms. And then we're gonna head into a forward back kind of a knee, stutter step. If you want to make it a march knee, that's fine too. Just to kind of get some movement in those hips, ankle joints. And then let's take it laterally. So a little step, knee, step, knee. Maybe it becomes a little gallop or a shuffle. We've been doing this warm up for a bit, so we can make it a little bit bigger as we've learned it. I'm so glad if you're on live today that you showed up. And if you're catching the replay, way to make time for yourself today. And then let's take these into some side lunges. Toes are forward, tailbone back. Open up the hips, those inner thighs. And then get ready to scoop. Opposite hand, opposite foot, a big sweep or a scoop as if you're splashing a puddle. We have been so dry here, no rain. Well, let's just pretend. A few more here. Sink that bottom back to the back wall. One more. And then let's head into a little torso rotation. Nice big arms. Lifting the heel, pivoting on the toe. Lifting at the hips. Make sure that you're stopping your swing. You're not over swinging. Couple more here. I hope everybody's having a good morning so far. We're gonna make it even better today. You're gonna feel so good when this is all done. You'll probably feel good in the middle parts too. Let's go ahead and hold our stance, toes forward, big reach overhead, swing through the legs. I can get wider, you can get wider. There we go. Swing through, swing through. All right, hang up tight here, and let's take just a little lunge back, step in, snap, kick, lunge back, step in, snap, kick. Give me 2 more here. And then we're gonna head into the last part of our warm-up, which are jacks. So you can tap it, or you can take both feet out, punch the ceiling, march it on out, If you'd like your mat for mobility, grab that, put it into place. If you don't need it, that's fine too. Just use your open space here. We are going to be starting with plank, shoulder tap, side plank, kick throughs. I'm going to walk you through each progression today. So let's go ahead and make our way down to our knees on all fours on our mat. Hands are always going to be underneath the shoulders. So make sure that you're placing your hands right there. And let's head into a plank position. You're going to take your hand, tap your shoulder, turn side plank. Take that hand down, tap the other shoulder, turn side plank. Can you do it all at once? Tap and turn. Tap and turn. The next progression would be to tap, kick through, blade of the foot taps the floor. If you need to do this on your knees, you're just not going to do the kick through, but you can do the side plank shoulder tap, okay? So here we are in side plank, taking that bottom leg and sweeping it through, or you are doing your shoulder taps on your knees and coming to a side plank. We good? All right, fire up those shoulders, engage the core. That's going to be important to keep us tall and upright and working hard today. We're almost there. Go ahead and come to tabletop on all fours. And we're going to take our right leg through to pigeon. Pigeon push-ups. We're going to lower our chest, push our chest away. Elbows come out to the side, fingertips forward. As you come down, it'll feel like a good stretch on your hip. And then I want you to push the floor away and hollow out your armpits and really use that chest, okay? Because it's really easy to not use the chest. We want to use it today. All right, let's head into our low lunge twist. Now, option here is to grab a dumbbell. I did not grab one, so I'm just going to stay here. Make sure that you're pausing at the top of the move, at the bottom of the move, in your plank, then switch sides. This does not need to be fast. It just needs to be effective in opening up the chest, opening up the hips. This is our mobility. We should feel fluid here, hopefully, if our bodies agree with us, right? We're still working, one movement at a time. Hands come directly underneath those shoulders. And if you need to be in tabletop and take a knee, we can do that too, okay? If you need to alleviate some pressure from the wrists or shoulders, hang out at tabletop. We are coming into our chaturangas, planks and down dogs. So starting to down dog, come to plank on your knees or toes, chaturanga, hold through up dog, curl the toes under, back to down dog. Back to plank, knees or toes, chaturanga, up dog, curl the toes under, down dog. So that's our pattern. Keep going at your own pace. If you need to slow it down, please do. Heading back into our shoulder tap, side planks, starting everything all over again. Here we go. Tap that shoulder, side plank turn, tap that shoulder, side plank turn. So if you're on your knees, you're going to tap and turn. You can stack the knees on that side plank turn. You won't be kicking out the leg. If you're on your toes and you're ready for it, do that kick through. What I love about this is how progressive it is. You can start in one place and build. And that's really what we want when it comes to fitness and exercise, is starting where you're at and then building from there. My motto has always been, meet you where you're at, okay? I don't expect anybody to be at a level up from where they need to be. Start where you're at. Let's build from there. Let's come into pigeon on the other leg. So sweep that leg through. Back in your pigeon push-ups. So let a little bit of weight come forward into that chest as you push away. It's really easy to just bend our arms and come up down. I want you to make it a little bit more challenging and add some pressure, add some resistance. And now we come back to those low lunges. So let's start with the opposite leg. If you want to, go grab your dumbbell, and you can do a bow and arrow with your dumbbell. Rotate, open those hips, circle them around, step to plank. You are pacing yourself here. Again, if you need to be on your knees, be on your knees. Take a leg forward, open up. Especially if you're experiencing any wrist or shoulder issues. Or if you just need a break for a second to breathe. Goal is to keep our bottoms down. So it means just you have to tilt that pelvic towards your chin a little bit, huh? Hands into those shoulders. I'm going to keep reminding you of that. Take it to all fours. Get ready for our down dog. Come to your plank on your knees or toes. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Keep going in that pattern at your own pace. You're really focused and working on those chaturangas and up dogs and your shoulder mobility. How fluid is that shoulder working for you? Push back into child's pose. Come to all fours. Take a knee. Step it all the way up. Walk and breathe. And let's move on. Headed into our next section here. It's heat, then sweat. I was trying to remember what we had. Okay, so if you remember we're doing heat and then sweat. Yep, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna pause for just a second on the timer. When I hit the timer, we're gonna begin right away. But I want us to stand up and breathe for a second, and I want to tell you what's up, okay? So we've got our pencil jumps, and then we've got our practice kettlebell swing pulls. They're slower, right? And then we'll get into the quicker pace. So you will need to put out, make sure I'm in frame here, your kettlebell, your dumbbell, okay? We will go through our swings, bodyweight squats, and then we're just gonna put those moves on repeat, okay? So, first things first, narrow squat jumps, I call it a pencil jump. That's where we're starting. Either you're leaving the ground or you're coming to your toes, okay? On your marks. Get set. Begin. We have 30 seconds of jumps right here. I want you to land gently on the balls of your feet and roll back to your heels. And then when you roll off in reverse. Heel, ball, toe, ball, heel. Core is tight. Bottom sinks back if you need to come to toes. It's a big arm swing through. Still effective for bringing that heart rate up and bringing the heat. Grab a dumbbell or a kettlebell in your left arm. We're going to swing, pull, swing, pull. When you pull, the elbows drawing back, shoulder blades drawing back, butt goes back. And if you need to just swing, swing, okay? Even out the weight between both feet. Now, we're swinging like we mean it. You've practiced. This is the flow. Find your pacing. Maybe pick it up a smidge and make it nice and fluid. Pull, swing, pull, swing, pull. Drawing your hips forward. Core tight. Breathing. Let it swing low, like a pendulum. Make sure it's out of place, so it's not in your space. And then bodyweight squats. This is our recovery right here. Woo, so nice deep breaths. We're gonna come back to our jumps after this. We don't get a break. So if you need a small one, take it. If you need to just not go down as far here, fine. But let's try to push through this section together. Feet come narrow, back to those jumps. Or come up to those toes. We're here for seconds. Everything in this section is 30 seconds. We repeat everything, and then we're done. Moving on. You're doing awesome. Stay with me. Push yourself. We've got a short bit of cardio today, so you can do it. Go ahead, and we're gonna grab the kettlebell in our right arm or your dumbbell, and we start swinging. When you're ready, add that pull. My other arm comes ahead of me to counterbalance and to make sure that I am tall and upright. So please get in the habit of swinging that arm forward. Here we go. Like you mean it. You've practiced. Now is the time to go for it. Breathe. It's a pull, retract that shoulder blade back. Let it swing low, safely. And we're back to our body weight squats. Listen, we have 2 moves left. Our pencil jumps and alternating kettlebell arm swings, okay? If you want to take 2 hands on that kettlebell, that's fine too. I'm gonna tell you now I can, because once we start jumping, I'm gonna start breathing, okay? Focus. Right now, feet narrow, narrow jumps. Roll off, heel ball toe, land, toe ball heel. Power through the legs. Let those arms bring you upwards with a little momentum. 10 seconds here. Go ahead, settle. Either a kettlebell or a dumbbell. Let's one arm swing, alternating sides. So sink back, switch at the top. This is about your glutes right now, the back of your body. It's not the shoulder. It's like a hip thrust when you're on the ground in a bridge. That's the muscles you're working. And let it swing low. Whew. Breathe. Swipe, sweat, that's what I need to do. And then we're gonna do one more section of work. That's it. And then we're going into our get pumped strength. Make sure your area is clear. We're gonna start on the ground. This is Tabata style, so it's really quick, 4 moves. We've got shoulder taps and bear or hip escapes. Let's start on all 4s and let's hip dip. Curl those toes on the knees, come off the ground. Drop the hip, tap a shoulder, other side. Stay here if this is where you're at today. Pivot on those toes, drop the hip, and if you'd like to, kick through. That's your add-on. Okay, and then from there even, you can float the leg, but we're done already, so that went by fast. We have forearm or elbow plank jacks. These can be jacks or toe taps. Ready, set, go. Out, in, or tap, tap. Can you do me a big favor and get that butt down and your hips tilted towards your chin? Squeeze your rear. Stop. And let's stand up. We've got skiers for 3 and a knee. So it ends up being 1, 2, knee, pretty much. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, knee, 1, 2, knee, 1, 2, knee. If you want to get those arms up, add a little more, go for it. Otherwise, you can be right here and pause. Last move. 180 squat jumps. Stay center if you need to. You're gonna get dizzy, don't turn. Ready, set, go. Squat, turn. Squat, turn. you need to, stay here. Take out the turn. We're gonna put those moves on repeat. One more time, then head into get pumped, pause, breathe. Down on all fours, continue those deep breaths. Curl the toes under, in bear. Go ahead and shoulder tap, drop the hip. Shoulder tap, drop the hip. When you're ready, add the kick through. Foot can tap the ground, or the foot can float parallel to the ground. Pause, breathe. Elbow plank jacks are next. We go in 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Out, in, or tap, tap. Try to get the booty down. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, stop yourselves, stand up, ski knees. Whew, nice deep breaths. Settle yourself and let's go. Ski, knee, 1, 2, knee, 1, 2, knee. Count it out for yourself. What's the worst case that happens? Jump rope. Keep moving with us. And pause. Breathe. Squat jumps. Squats. That forward facing squat jumps or 180 jumps. Ready, set, go. This is it. Power with me for 15 more seconds. We can do this. Let's go. And time. Walk it out. Nice deep breaths. Water. Swipe sweat. Deep breathing here. Ta-da! Look at that. Transition right into get pumped. A little change of brand new logos for you. I don't know if you noticed. This is your time now to make sure your tracker sheet is out. Get a pen or pencil. Take a look at what weights have you been using. Take out those weights, okay? That's what we're gonna use today. And if you'd like to go an increment higher in any of those exercises, grab heavier weight, okay? So you'll see that we're starting with lower body. We have 2 reps at a time of those moves, and then we're gonna build. All right, so let's open up our space. I've already got my weights out. I have 8s, 10s, and 12s in my kettlebell. I don't know if I need it, but I got it there. I don't know if I'll use it, but it's there. Okay. We will start off with squats. Toes are forward, tailbones back, 2 by 2. Then we head into 2 deadlifts. Then we go to side lunge. Side lunge counts as 1 rep. Do it again for 2 reps. Toes are forward, bottom faces the back corner. And then we go into 2 curtsies per side. Okay, that is our pattern. After we're done with 2s, we're gonna do that part together. We will head into 4 reps of everything. You're on your own. Then you go on to 6 reps. Then you go on to 8 reps until I say time. Then we'll come down to the ground and do our core work, okay? So hopefully that gave you a chance to get out your weights. Grab some air, maybe a little bit of water. And we're gonna continue on. Whew. I'm gonna change my watch to traditional strength training next and grab out these weights. Okay, switching the timer over. Let's go. How are we doing, okay? So I said we would be about 45 minutes and we're gonna be a little bit longer. You'll live. All right, here we go. It will all be fine. Okay, grabbing out my weights. I'm gonna All right. I think that, I don't know why we're off on time. Maybe I need to cut a section off of that cardio. If you need to go at any point though, just know that you're welcome to go. Finish this later. All right, toes forward, tailbone back, 2 squats. And then 2 deadlifts. And then we go into our side lunges. Step side lunge, other side, frame the leg with those weights. Then head into your 2 curtsies. Curtsy for 2. Push off your front heel, not your back toe. Then do the other side. You're on 4 reps next with your squats. Go. Own pacing here. Continue to breathe. You take your own pace. Don't worry where I'm at, okay? The only reason why I'm still moving is to make sure you know the pattern and you're watching good form, okay? And to know that I'm here with you. We're doing this together. Oops. Go side to side, Trace. If you kind of forget your place, I'm here just to be a reminder to you, okay? We'll talk about good form as we go through. Shoulders are always down and away from the ears. Core is always tight. Really, no matter what you're doing, you're pushing into your heel, squeezing your glutes, contracting those muscles, making sure they're working. Shoulders are always over the hips, except for on your deadlift. You hinge forward slightly with your shoulders on side lunge, but your shoulders are still aligned with your spine, okay? Push off in your heels, knees behind the toes in your squats. The worst thing that happens here for me is forearm grip. If you find that holding the heavy weights for 5 minutes starts adding up on your forearms and your grip, it's okay. We need to build up our strength there too. Toe forward on the side lunge, push off your heel. I'm gonna take my time and use good form. What about you? Can you pick up the pace while keeping good form? What's your goal today? Is it to go heavier or is it to get more rounds in? We're over the halfway mark. Keep going. Another option is to hold one weight. Gives those forearms a little break. But when you top load, it does change. So you gotta keep that core really tight. Squeeze your glutes. Let the legs power you through, core tight. Back of the legs and your glutes are very important in all of these exercises, okay? We're building hamstring strength and glute strength, the back of the body. We're forward facing and frontward moving all the time. Let's work the back side to help propel us through life in a strong way. What rep count are you on? Shout it out loud. You have 50 seconds here, so go ahead and continue where you're at. If you want to get to the end of your rep count and beat your best, pick up your pace just a smidge. Stay safe. It kills me to not see you right now. But I pretend like I can. I pretend like I'm there with you. Stick that bottom to the corner of the room if you're on side lunges. Step up into your front foot if you're on curtsies. way, even though I didn't finish my rep count, just to even myself out. Go ahead and put your weights down. Woo. You can quickly write down your weights, meet me on the mat for our scissor twist, okay? You've got 15 seconds still to get down here, so write down what you need to. Ooh, we do come up for a swing in a row after this, okay? So you have a dumbbell or kettlebell nearby. Let's go ahead and lay down on our backs. Legs come straight up. Hands and elbows are out from the ears. We're gonna reach opposite hand to opposite foot. And actually, you can come out to a T position if you prefer. And we're gonna reach. Reach. A little supine twist here, okay? Supine meaning we're on our spine. Twist, you got that part. Reaching opposite hand to opposite ankle, toe. I'm headed for my outer part of my foot. That's my goal. Where can you get? If you need to, it's a tap to the thigh, tap to the thigh. You may bend those knees. I'd prefer if you can try to keep your legs straight though, okay? One more on each side, and then we're gonna stand up. Grab your kettlebell or dumbbell, and we've got our rows here, okay? We're gonna start with one arm, row, row. Squeeze the rear. Squeeze your shoulder blade. Draw back. Other arm counterbalances you. Slowly switch arms. So adjust and do the other side. Let's even out here. Using those hips, thrust forward. We are headed into upper body next. Let that swing low. Good job. Hammer curls are up first. 2 hammers. 2 bent over or reverse flies. 2 push-ups. 2 overhead presses. Change out your weights as needed here, okay? That's going to be my suggestion to you. Look at your sheet. What have you used before? Maybe stick with that, okay? And then adjust as needed from there. We're going to do the first set together. 2 reps at a time. Hammer curls are first. Shoulders roll down and back. Elbows pinned in. Curl using the biceps. Bend over. Switch the weights if you need to. Blades squeeze together in the back, just like wings. Come down to the ground. Knees or toes. 2 push-ups. Push the floor away from you. When you stand up, take your time. Press those weights overhead, overhead, triceps, come back down. You're on to 4 counts and you're on your own. Start counting out and doing the reps. Adjust the weights each time as needed. This is volume over time. So what happens is you will start to fatigue each time you add on more reps. So adjust as needed. Maybe you're gonna get heavier weights right now and see how far you can take them. Good tall posture on these overhead triceps. Tilt your pelvic towards your chin or stagger your stance so you're not arching your back, okay? Keep adding 2 reps each block you go through. The elbows pinned in the side on your hammer curls. Blades squeeze together in the back, chest to the floor on your fly. Keep going. Sometimes I see people chicken neck on those reverse flies. Body stays still, it's the arms, it's the wings. that squeeze. Sometimes if you're chicken necking, the weight is too heavy and you're compensating, okay? When you're in your push-ups, push the ground away from you, hollow out those armpits. Get that extra squeeze at the top. Nobody tells you that when you're doing push-ups. You just want to get through them. So you pop through them real quick. Add that squeeze right through your chest muscles, okay? Be effective with your form. Go all out, okay? When you go half in, I'm not going to say a bad word, when you go half in, you get half in results, okay? So make sure you go all in and go full out. And again, this is when I wish I was in the room with you to push you to do it. So I need you to listen to me right now. And you need to push yourselves. You need to go to your limits. You have a ton of potential, right? We tell our children, our grandkids that, and we need to live it too, okay? Let's step up, rise up to our potential, get focused, and do it. And maybe that's showing up for yourself every day, right? Maybe that's going full out in every move and really working on that form and those squeezes. You got a minute and a half left. With the upper body, you might get a few more rounds in than you did with the lower body. So you might be already on 10 reps. Or maybe in the lower body you didn't. That's okay. Different movement. Whew, breathe. We're just under a minute now. You've got 30 seconds. I want you to know if you're trying to beat your best, where we're at on the clock so you can get it done. Woo! 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Woo. 5, 4, 3, 2, time. Go ahead and write down your weights. Write down your reps. Where'd you get to today? Woo. We are coming down to like shoulder taps. I'm going to do these on my knees today. That's where I'm at. My body is feeling very fatigued. And then we are going to need one lightweight or no weight. If you have a loop, you can loop your ankles. We're going to do a little sideline shoulder rotation. Let's start with our plank shoulder taps first. Knees are hip width, toes are hip width, and we're going to tap with the hand down. Tap with the hand down. It doesn't matter if you're on your knees or your toes. Goal is to not rock the body and to tilt your pelvic towards your chin, squeeze your butt. Hamstrings engage. You're pushing the floor away from you with your palms. Your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. You're not slapping the ground, are you? Core is tight. We've got 30 seconds left. You need to take a break on the knees, and then come back. You only get one set of these, okay? So let's finish them off. Nine seconds left. All right, go ahead and take a break. I'm going to break you right there so you can get to your side. We're going to lay down, and we're going to take our elbow into our side, rotate up as we lift the leg. So if you have a loop or resistance band, this is where you can put it on your ankles and add a little bit extra resistance to that abductor muscle. We're just rotating through the shoulder. Light weight or no weight. This is a 3 and I'm like burning. Okay, switch sides. You can either roll over with your back against me and then keep going, or completely turn yourself around, okay? You may also come down here if you need to, okay? Alleviate some of the stress on that other shoulder, okay? It's up to you, where you're comfortable. Right now, my one hip bone is digging into the ground, so what are you gonna do? I'm gonna just push through. Foot is flat and flexed, and you're lifting with that heel. We are done with the upper body and that core piece. Let's head into total body. We have a squat shoulder press to start. So you want to adjust your weights as needed. Then we have squat press for 2, deadlift, stand, squeeze the butt, upright row for 2, and then we have one weight, single leg, halo. The weight goes to the opposite side, that the knee comes up, then we've got our chops. Go ahead, grab your weights, ready, set, go. 2 times, squat, press, squat, press, deadlift, row. One more. One weight goes away. Try a single leg, RDL. If you need to kickstand that leg, fine. Otherwise, knee comes up, halo around the head. So you can kickstand or like a warrior 3. Then do the other side, okay? So what happens here is we're probably not gonna get as many reps because this one right here needs a lot of concentration and you do need to slow it down. Okay, unless you're a master at it. Clearly that leg is not a master. And then we do our 2 upward chops. Lighten up the load here, especially with back issues. And then you've got 4 reps. Ready, set, go. Take off at your own pace. Full body work here. Core tight the whole time. Squeeze those glutes. Shoulders out of the ears. Whew. Keep breathing. Find your focal point and balance. Core tight. This is my good leg. Do you have a good leg? One that's the agreeable leg, and then the one that gives you trouble. It's usually the leg that we balance on. Like for me, it's my non-dominant leg. Because my dominant leg is usually doing the kicking and the work, right? And my non-dominant leg is usually balancing me. It is neat, as we go through this, we have to be symmetrical to find the imbalances and try to level out that playing field, right? We want our bodies to be symmetrical and even with their movements. So, that side that doesn't agree, we gotta work a little harder on it, don't we? Focus a little bit more and catch it up to the agreeable side. So we are powering on those chops from the ground up. Squat. Push off from the heel, the calf, the hamstring, the glute, through the core, and up on those chops. Keep adding on those 2 reps at a time. We've got 1:50 to go. Do you have that tracker sheet out like right in front of you that should tell you exactly what we're doing? It's so helpful if you're in a different place than me. I hope you're not keeping my pace today. I'm not pacing very fast. It feels like a Thursday or a Friday for me. I am not moving. Whew. quickly at all. I'm just really trying to focus on staying with you, keeping up with you guys today, and not stopping or quitting on myself. That's where I'm at today, all right? I know you're not gonna stop or quit. That's why I gotta keep up with you in this together. I think I need a little more water today. So you see, I'm putting this toe down because I'm definitely like losing balance, okay? And I want you to do your best. So that means putting the toe down, okay. I'm gonna try on this side, do more reps. We've got 30 seconds left. And then we've got core work again. Oh my gosh, core work again. 5 seconds. I'm just gonna even out. 3, 2, 1, you're done. Go ahead and write down where you're at. We have reverse crunches and then kettlebell swings to finish, okay? So you can either use a kettlebell or a dumbbell. That's up to you. So have that sitting out. Write down what weights you use, how many rounds you got in, and then meet me on the mat for our reverse crunches. Okay, reverse crunches means we want to lift our feet to the ceiling using our lower abs. As soon as you're down here, let's get started, okay? My hands come under my sit bones. That assures that my lower back stays pressed to the ground as my legs come down. I want to try to lift with my lower abs. So another option would be to bend the knees and lift. This is a crunch using the top part of our abs, yes? This is a reverse crunch using the lower part of your abs. So I always tell you, try to reach those toes to the ceiling and then slow on the way down. And maybe you're just lifting your tailbone off the ground slightly. Maybe that's where you're at. Maybe you're bending your knees. That's fine. Keep with me, okay? Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stand up. Grab that kettlebell. We are swinging 2 hands on the bell, toes forward, tailbone back. Use the butt, your hips, okay? Kick the butt back. This is, in my opinion, like a bridge on the ground. Same muscles, those glutes. Heels dig into the ground. Squeezing the back of the leg and the butt. Core tight. Abs are drawn in. And you're bringing that bell up to shoulder height. It's swinging from your hips, kicking back and forth. The shoulders are there, but they're not working, you guys. And you've got a nice grip on that kettlebell or dumbbell so that it does not leave your hands. You've got 7 seconds left, so give me a couple more. And then let it swing to the ground. Write down, track what you need to on your sheets, and let's stretch it all out. All right, I kept you about 50 minutes here. All right, we probably started 5 minutes late, right? So it's about 45 minutes of a class. Let's go ahead and just march. After you've written down whatever you need to, march it on out. Woo. Breathe. You did awesome today. Thank you for holding me accountable and making me do this with you. We got to do that for each other. Hold each other accountable. Show up. Do the work, even on the hard days. Step, step, knee. Take this a little lateral. Knee, lateral. Knee, just like we did in the warm-up. Shake it off just a little bit. And then hold center. Let's go ahead and reach up tall. Arch back slightly. Swing through the legs. Reach up again. Swing through. This time stay in your full, maybe towards the floor, back straight, tailbone behind you, get a nice stretch on your hamstrings. Walk your hands to one side. Important here that you keep your chin up. Walk your hands to the middle and then to the other leg. Woo. Come center, roll it on up. Take a big step to the side, side lunge pulse, or hold. Shift your weight to the center and then to the other side. Little pulse or hold. You want to come a little deeper, come a little deeper. That's you. All right, come center. Let's go ahead and round release. Tuck the tailbone under. Release. Tuck. Release. Roll it all the way on up. Roll your shoulders down and back. Open up your chest. Walk the feet in. Deep breaths here. You did an awesome job. Tell me what you think of the 45-minute class versus the hour. Both great, I would say. They're tiring, you guys. This is probably the most exhausting class, most fatiguing class that I teach. Go ahead and pat yourself on the back. Whew. But I will say it's one of the most exhilarating and a challenge that I like the best, I think, too. I know kickboxing, it just also makes me feel this way. Go ahead and take your other arm, pat yourself on the back. I like exhausted at the end, completely gassed out feeling. Sometimes boot camps do that too. Shift, you know what, they all just have their own little perks and wonderful feelings at the end. Inhale up, exhale out. The best part is, you should feel really great right now. That's always the feeling I want you to have at the end of that class, every class. We did it, you did awesome, you showed up and did the work. That's number one, the showing up part. Number two, you did the work, and number three, you made it to the end, and you should be feeling really great about that right now. So thank you for joining me today. Stretch out anything else that you need to stretch out. I'll see you back here on Friday. Tomorrow is a catch-up day or a replay day. If you'd like anything opened for access, please let me know. If you missed Shift, it was the Grand Slam workout on Monday, and it was great. Basketball and baseball themed, so that's something you could do with your kids or grandkids. And then Mind class was Tuesday. It was so good. It was a flow. I was sweating, but it was really great, like kind of mind body. I don't know. You let me know if you need me to open anything else up, but I will see you back here Friday for Warrior Rhythm. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good day.